Hey there, y'all. This is a new episode. It is a different episode. It is audio only, and I am freezing. And so I am shivering. I'm in my car so that I could record this without waking anybody up. It is currently 3:48 in the morning. I am your host, Melinda Dawn of Unapologetically Yours. And I show up authentically me, unapologetically me, and usually, I was going to say I usually show up apolitical, as in I'm unpolitical. That is not going to be the case today, as you, I am sure, imagined based on the title of the episode, which is called Let's Get Political. And if you noticed, there is the explicit advisory. So warning to anyone who follows me, if you don't like cuss words, specifically the F word, this is your time to back out. This is your time to mark as complete without having to entertain, whatever your thoughts are on cussing, cuss words. For the record, though, I'm going to continue to be fully transparently me. I love the F word. It's my favorite. And sometimes it is necessary. Let me just go ahead and drop the phrase. So, bleeding ears, again, last chance. It gets the job fucking done. And so it will be represented in this poem that I will recite to you. And I just wrote it. I'm cold. It's so cold. I tried to turn on the car and I turn off the lights, but the lights are pouring into the house and I've got a beautiful soul sleeping in the living room on the couch and I don't want that light to wake them. So I'm here. I wanted to turn the heat on and the heated seats on, but it's okay. It's okay. As a matter of fact, I am the heat. And I'm about to bring the heat with this poem too. And so I am going to turn up my internal temperature because I am fire. I'm about to drop some fire. And so, you know what? I'm just going to claim it. Yes. And so hold on. I'm breathing into my warmth. My husband says I'm like a furnace. I'm literally hot all the time. And oh, by the way, the actual true phrase, and no offense to all of you lovely, beautiful people with cold hands out there, but the real phrase is warm hands, warm heart. And there's a reason for that, and you can look it up. And I digress because that's not political. Oh, I'm nervous. And because this is one, just the explicit nature of it, and it's going to put me into a zone. And I talk about fear in the poem, and really this is like a stream of consciousness type thing. I was woken up by my daughter who was shifting next to me, and I considered going back to sleep, but I usually can't sleep. And I wake up, around 1, which was the case. So, I went to bed. It's probably a little bit before 10:30. This is all stalling tactics, by the way. I went to bed around 10:30, woke up at around 11:18, again, stirring next to me. I was successfully able to go back to sleep. And then it happened again. She's like putting the covers off of her and I'm putting the covers back on her. And then it's 1 something, right? And so I went to my phone, like I'm bored. So I did a little bit of the scrolling and I saved some things. And I want to continue the delay of reciting this poem. So I'm just going to go ahead and be me and lean into this tangent that you guys are used to. So I'm scrolling, and what I was going to say is, does anybody else out there save a whole bunch of things? Like, you got 35,000 things saved that you are never going to go back to. I started putting it into different folders, like save, for Jacob, save to show JD, show Kalel, must have, must do, so anyway, it's 3:54 now in the morning, and I think I might send this to a friend before I publish it to ask their opinion. Like, is this, kind of like political suicide, right? Or, am I going to be flagged? Am I going to lose, some privileges? But I think not. I don't think I have not reached any type of acclaim at this time. I am very grateful for my 20 plus followers. Thank you. And I would really appreciate it if you're still here listening to me. This means that you're okay with the F-bombs that are about to be coursing through these lyrics. And, if you don't follow me yet, go ahead, just follow. You're here, right? You like my voice, there's something that is bringing you to me, and I welcome you with my full heart. And in fact, I show up wholeheartedly. I give with my whole heart so that others can show up as their true selves, love without limits. And that's what this is. And I think I'm going to go ahead and dive. I am not going to deprive you. I'm laughing because those words were in another poem that I sent to someone. So anyway, let's get political. I was challenged to face my political fears. Let me explain. I decided not to run for office, a long-standing stance for many, many years, because I knew I would be the loudest voice. Whether or not I'd be the proudest choice wasn't necessary, but by all means necessary. A nod to my man Malcolm X. Let me set the record straight. Let me set it true. Let me tell you exactly who I am. I am the fucking dawn, and I will make sure that light, that fire, that passion dawns on you. I am a fucking empress, and here I reign. I'm not here to impress or to gather fame. I'm here to express feelings rather than masking the pain. The news I refuse to consume at full blast. No news is good news is my motto. The past proves true of the present. Let me not even get started on your president, like the gorgeous woman from Tennessee I follow. Let me reference a scene from Spartacus and GOT. I am a girl has no president, and I follow all of her accounts. I love her, adore her. And she is doing a work, and I support her and those like her who share what we need to hear, who shine a light on what many fear. To be clear, they are keeping us awake. These people understand what's at stake, and they are loud against all odds and against the threats that they get, the threats that I've avoided, but I will not be voided. I will not be silenced. I will not be compliant. I am defiant, a dissenter, and I am here making it known. I might already have an FBI rap sheet, not based on any crimes I've committed, but for the paranoid audio clips that are submitted for review. I'm going full Pelican Brief here, but I'm not lining up tin cans by the door. I have 3 kids I adore, and I definitely don't intend for them to be victims of war, political assassination. That is the thing that I've been reverse chasing. I don't want to die like that. I'd prefer to live a long life, the soft life, if you must know. But there's a price to that, and the price may be mine to pay. But back to the true heroes who fight against the noise of the enemies. They continue to be fully about their purpose, and this isn't just at the surface, and I never counted myself one of them. And there are so many things I'd rather do, but even on the outskirts, I'm among them. And no, I don't go to rallies. I don't wave a flag. I don't make clever signs to hold up in my hands, but I will take a stance. I will put my silence on blast. I will bring you fire eloquence. I will scream, Dracarys, with elegance. I will not be negligent or missionless. Let me position this just right. Let me tell you about my bright light. I will light them the fuck up with my righteous fury, divine articulation. This isn't speculation. This isn't chemistry. It's alchemy. This isn't a dormant volcano. I am erupting. I'm not asking for permission or even your submission to my ideas, to my leanings. Call me a snowflake if you must, but trust. I am cold as hail. I will rain that hail down on who? I'll tell you who. I'm raining down on the Matt Gateses of the world, the peddling political pedophiles of the world, the ones who pay hundreds of dollars or less to rape girls. Let's get political. I ain't scared. I'm fucking petrified, and I cannot hide behind my fear. I must face it like the brute that it is, and even though it is 10 feet tall versus my 5'7" stature, and let's be clear, it's more like 25 stories tall to my 1-inch heel. I will rise. I will rise to the occasion of persuasion to tell you to wake the fuck up. Wake up, you sleeper. And this isn't about wokeness, but if you must know, I am almost fully woke, like I am blackety black, but I've got a white side. Don't worry, it's not Megyn Kelly from the right side. My whiteness is, you know what? I'm not even going to go there because #despair. I've got more important things to share, like how one of my latest podcasts is so relevant to the news that's going on, a development, the police. A trigger. But it's the name of the band. But when I say those two words, my brain gets out of hand because the police, no offense to any pure officers, to any good officers, to any righteous men and women in the uniform of blue, the ones that are not Klansmen from the you-know-who, fuck it, the Blue Klux, or rather the Ku Klux Klan. And yes, I am beating that door down again. I will beat that horse until it's fully dead. Comprehend? No offense to the horse. The real animal is the incel men. But back to my podcast. I just published an episode. Go ahead and download. It's called Psycho Stalker Kidnapping Songs. And in it, I talk about music with crazy lyrics. One of them was by the band The Police. A very popular song. One I've blasted and sung at the top of my lungs, but I see what it's done. It's a hidden message. And whether or not those lyrics were meant for this is besides the point. Intent often doesn't matter against the impact. And that's the fact, the point that I'm coming to. We've been raised on lyrics that scream, she's only 17. She's the teacher's pet. He's twice her age. And we blast that fucking song, and everyone who is in the car as we drive along has the message in their brain, and it leaves a stain on souls, subliminal. And then it becomes real life criminal. Matt Gates, 35 at the time, paid a teenager and an underage child for sex. Others watched and laughed. That's who he is. That's who some laud and applaud and uphold and defend. They make me sick. I am sick, truly ill, disturbed. This poor, sweet girl was defenseless, homeless, working minimum wage, and he took advantage and in a drug-fueled party hosted by a Republican lobbyist. And this isn't right versus left. This is right versus fucking wrong. And I'm tired of all the pretense to suggest it's okay. I'm talking to you, Megyn Kelly. I couldn't even finish watching the clip of your defense of air quote men who don't go for 8-year-olds, just teens. The ones who can pass. The ones who can pass for younger. Fuck you! Fucking colors! Do you know, y'all? They are passing laws. They are making deals. They are making deals behind closed doors to lower the age of consent so they can rape our children. Lament, fucking pent. But the news is so good at throwing the curve to swerve our attention from that which we deserve, to dissuade us from learning the truth. They parade other stories to confuse. They don't want you to know the abuse they're about to inflict on your children. Let's get political. Let's rain down fire. Let this whole fucking place burn. They're gearing up for a Handmaid's Tale to turn light to dark, banning books, banning history. This ain't no mystery. Mark my words. Take my advice. Before you vote, think twice. The end. And I bend. I curtsy, I bow. Close the curtain. This shit is really fucking disturbing. There's so much, and it's been going on for so fucking long. For years. I remember before I even had my daughter, maybe even before I had my second son, maybe he was a baby, all the things that they're trying to do. They're trying to make it to where your children go without you to see doctors while they are young and while they are, uninformed. Fuck that. You think you're going to take my daughter or my son back to a room and secretly do shit? Secretly, and I'm not even talking about feeling up my kids, although that shit fucking happens. I'm talking about doing something without my fucking parental consent. Fuck you. And fuck all of the lobbyists pushing for that shit. And fuck every last single fucking person who's trying to reduce the age of adulthood. If anything, it should be increased to the age of 25 when people's brains are fully fucking formed. Not 18. But they want to fucking reduce the age to 14 or less and allow gross ass, old ass men to fucking marry children. I have a friend. She's gorgeous, and she lost a friend. She lost a family of, it's an entire family was her friend, were her friends. And their daughter was fucking groomed by a fucking adult that they fucking let into their fucking house. Fuck them too. I don't want a target on my back, but you know what? I'm not going to go quietly into the fucking night. And if that means I put a big ass spotlight on my fucking name, on my brand, whatever, what the fuck ever. I'm not inviting you to come for me like Iron Man did. What is his like regular person name? I love him. I love him. Yeah, he gave out his address. I'm not doing that shit. Don't fucking put a missile to my house. But I will fucking defend my family, and I will fucking defend my children, and I will fucking defend other people's children. And so that's who I am. That is who I am. So, with that, it's 4:05 in the morning. And I am kind of warm. That mental mind over matter thing works. It works if you're powerful. I'm going back inside. I'm sneaking back in the house through the back door. Again, so as not to wake the person who's, sleeping in the living room. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing this. Share this with anyone who is okay with the F word that you think, might be moved by this, touched by this. And look shit up, Anyway, with all of my heart, with all of my soul, with all of my love, with all of my fire, passion, I remain yours, unapologetically. Thank you.